Carb cycling is all about building energy, and it's pretty simple actually. It involves being strategic about when and how you eat your carbs, which is your body's preferred fuel source for exercise, right? And by doing so, you can more efficiently power your workouts and achieve better results in terms of body performance and body composition, which I'm going to show you how, and also 3 reasons why you may want to start carb cycling too, so definitely stay tuned till the end. You see, carbs aren't the bad guys. You just got to know how to manipulate them to your advantage. And carb cycling is just one of the many ways to do that. You see, it's not a diet. It's a technique of utilizing the macros from your food more efficiently. And honestly, anyone who wants to break a weight loss plateau, lose more fat, or let's say maintain their physique is going to benefit the most from it. And then the simplest way to put it is you get the benefits of carbs on some days of the week and the benefits of eating low carb on the other days of the week, getting the best of both worlds. It's really that simple. Let me throw you up a diagram that makes it even easier to understand. So on the days of your training, for example, you increase your carb intake. On days you're focused on aerobic activity like walking and running, you go moderate with your carbs. And on rest days, you simply go low carb. And we aren't talking about low quality carbs that are highly processed and low in fiber, which don't do you any good. You want high quality carbs that contain fiber like your fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. And as a result of all this, the body becomes more efficient at using the carbs for energy, and the metabolism becomes more flexible, which is a key word here. Metabolic flexibility, which is when your body is able to switch back and forth between efficiently utilizing fat or carbohydrates based on their availability. The more metabolically flexible you are, the healthier your metabolism is. You see, there are preferred times to use each macro, right? And how well you can switch places between carbs and fat places you on the metabolic flexibility spectrum. And one of the best ways I've found to learn more about my own body and keep tabs on my own metabolism is with the sponsor of today's video, Lumen. I really wanted to introduce this amazing tool to you guys since it's personally helped me understand the nutrition I need based on my own physiology and metabolism. Lumen, being the world's first handheld metabolic coach, is going to measure your metabolism through your breath. And on the app, it lets you know whether you're burning fat or carbs and gives you tailored guidance to improve not just your nutrition with personalized meal recommendations, but also your workouts, sleep, and even ways to manage stress levels. All you have to do is breathe into your Lumen first thing in the morning. You could also do it before or after a meal or workout too, and you'll immediately know what's going on with your metabolism, whether you're burning mostly fats or carbs on a scale of 1 to 5 based on what's called the RER, your respiratory exchange ratio. It then uses your measurements to give you a flex score, and that's when you can see how flexible your metabolism really is. The higher the flex score, the more flexible your metabolism is, and the more flexible your metabolism is, the healthier you are said to be. The nice thing is, guys, they've already logged about 55 million metabolic measurements and are the leading experts on metabolic health. So to get 15% off your Lumen, click the link below or go to lumen.me/aspires and start taking charge of your health today. The first reason for carb cycling is you get enhanced muscle glycogen replenishment. And this is super important because carbohydrates are the primary source of glycogen, which is stored in the muscles and liver and are the key energy sources during those high intensity workouts too, right? So by strategically increasing your carb intake on workout days, what you're essentially doing is making sure those glycogen stores are adequately replenished. And by restoring the glycogen levels that you get depleted, you're able to maintain the workout intensity as well as the performance, which is going to lead you to have more effective training sessions and subsequently greater muscle hypertrophy and growth. All you have to think about is this. You're getting the ample glycogen stores, you could train harder and longer and reduce muscle fatigue and soreness, giving you quicker recovery between workouts, which means you could fit in more workouts essentially. Even when it comes to cyclists, which use a lot of energy, we have a study that showed us that previous data suggests that when a high carbohydrate diet is consumed before a cycling time trial, the mean power output increases and reduces the cycling time trial, which is amazing. The second reason for carb cycling is you create an optimized hormonal environment. And what do I mean by this? You see, carbs play a significant role in regulating our hormones that are important for muscle growth, the two being insulin and leptin. For insulin, it's simple. On your high carb days, insulin levels increase, which enhances nutrient uptake by the muscles. More specifically, insulin is a highly anabolic hormone that transports amino acids and glucose into your muscle cells, which can promote protein synthesis and subsequently muscle growth. It also increases blood flow. Leptin, on the other hand, is a hormone that regulates energy and balance and appetite. On high carb days, you could stop leptin levels from dropping too low, which can otherwise signal the body to slow down metabolic processes and conserve energy, which can hinder muscle growth. So by having consistent leptin levels, it helps maintain your metabolic rate and energy expenditure, which supports ongoing muscle growth, which is awesome. And the third reason is for overall body composition management. Carb cycling helps optimize body composition by promoting fat loss on low carb days and supports muscle growth on high carb days, a way to get the best of both worlds. On your low carb days, the body is more likely to rely on fat as its primary energy source because of the reduced availability of glucose. And relying on the fat-based energy system of the body on non-training days goes back to training your body to become more metabolically flexible. This helps reduce body fat levels, which is beneficial if you're trying to reveal more of your muscle definition. Then when you're back on your high carb days, the influx of carbs will go straight to replenishing your muscle glycogen stores and anabolic hormone activity that we mentioned earlier with insulin and leptin. You can think of the goal to be keeping your body guessing, so it never gets used to any one way of eating, and that means you'll get better results. But I'm more curious to hear from you guys though. Have you tried carb cycling? What was your experience like? What are your biggest hurdles when it comes to training and staying fit? Would love to know. Until then guys, subscribe if you found this video useful, and I'll see you guys on the next one.